Hi there, in this video we are going to discuss about spread and rest operators. Both of them syntactically look same, we represent them using three dots, but they serve a very different purpose depending on the context they are used in. Spread operator is used to spread elements from an array or properties from object, whereas rest operator is used to collect all the remaining elements or properties. Let's break this down with some simple examples. I'm going to create two simple arrays. One is events and the second one is odds. Now to combine these two arrays, I can simply do that using spread operator. I'm going to create one more array numbers, and spread operator is used by adding a three dots in front of the object or array that we are using. Here I'm gonna add events first and then I'm gonna append odds here. This simply gives me the combined array of these two arrays. Let's try to log that. Yes, if you see here, firstly events array is spreaded and following that odds array is spreaded. This is a very simple use case for spread operators. Spread operator can also be used when we want to pass on arguments to function. Let's try to find out max from the list of elements. For that I'm going to use math.max. It intakes n number of values. We can send n number of values into this function as an arguments, and it's gonna give the maximum of those values. So here I want to send both of my arrays. I can simply do that by using spread operator. I'm gonna spread events first and then I'm gonna spread odds. And when I try to log this max, this has given me 8, which is maximum of both the arrays. Spread operator isn't just limited to arrays. It can be used with objects as well. Let's try to look at simple examples for that. I'm going to create two objects, user. I'm going to give name as Elise and age as 30. And I'm going to create one more object for job. Role, I'm going to give as software engineer, and company I'm going to give as Microsoft, let's say. Now I want to create a combined object from these two objects, and I'm going to name it as user profile, and I can simply combine both of these objects by using spread operator. Something like three dots user and then job. Let's see what this object has. Console.log user profile. Yes, if you see here, it has properties of both the individual objects. This is how we can use spread operator. And one of the major use cases is when we want to override any of the properties here. Let's say I want to override age. I'm gonna create another variable, updated user profile, and by simply using spread operator, I can first spread user, I'm spreading job now, and then I can simply override age property by just giving age as 31 here. Now let's see what updated user profile has. Console.log. Yes, you see here, only that particular age property has been updated. Rest everything is same from the first initial objects that we have considered. This is one of the major use cases. This is majorly with the spread operator. Now let's move on to rest operator. Rest operator is commonly used in function parameters. Let's see a simple example for that. I'm going to create a simple function sum. I want this sum function to be capable enough to take n number of parameters, which are indefinite in nature, and I want to return some of those numbers. In such cases, I can use rest operator. By using rest operator, whatever the numbers that we are giving, it tries to combine all of those arguments and forms an array out of it. Let's see that. I'm gonna log numbers here. Let's perform some operation later. First, let's see how this numbers array would look like. I'm gonna do some operation over this, something like sum, calling my function with multiple values. If you see here, since we are not returning anything, it has given undefined, but the numbers array that we are logging has all the values that we are passing here in the form of an array. Now by just using something like reduce, I can just return the sum, something like numbers dot reduce of accumulator comma current value, and my arrow function is returning accumulator plus current value, and I'm going to initialize accumulator with 0. If you see here, I have got my sum to be 15. This is one of the major use cases of REST operator when I want to have all the remaining elements of the array as a single data structure. This is one of the simple use cases with REST operator. Here it's just trying to collect all the arguments that you are passing to function, and it's framing an array out of it. This REST operator can be used with objects as well. That's with the spread and REST operators. Whatever we have discussed in this video, I have pushed that to GitHub with a very detailed notes along with examples. The link for this notes is in the description box below. You can have a look. Thank you and see you in the next video.